Hello, and welcome back to another Let's Play of my Pop-Up Dungeon series. Well, this is part of the Endless Run, or Run number 1 playlist, because there are other run types like Arena, Top 10. I may return or do those. I think I previously did a Top 10 run that I lumped into a campaign set, but the Wizard's Tower is going to be a massive playlist already, so I didn't want to make that huge playlist even more unnavigable. I've already thought about splitting into a part 1 and 2 just for make it easier for people to find stuff, but anyways, I've done 4 out of the 6 training fights here. They just keep getting harder. Then it'll be the Endless Run proper. I'll try and make it to at least 430. I may have to drop difficulties offset. But, you know, I'll know when that is, when I just can't win the fights anymore. I'm trying to get to the point where it's challenging, which should be more entertaining, obviously. Huh. This is a starship level, but there's no... it's like a completely barren hallway out there. This music is almost like Star Warsy, which is obviously what it's meant to evoke. And that's like a Star Trek insignia.
Your era is That's got nothing to do with it. Scruffy looking.
And then Smuggler's obviously based off Han Solo. But then there's dragons, and this is a holodeck 4, so you can have, I guess, mystical creatures that spawn in there. And extinguisher. Well, the Smugglers and Extinguisher are both sci-fi themed. If you see me do the Run Home campaign, if you haven't, viewers, check that campaign out. And I'll be doing other runs of it too in the future.
Where is my hat?
Because there's a lot of achievements to get from it, and they're mutually exclusive. You can't get them all in a single run. But I will pause it while I set this up. And I'm back. Still very, very cold here, by the way. I think I talked about that. The heat's out. Cold weather just seems to keep getting colder even as the spring marches on, which is obnoxious. Bundling up more and more and more. It's reaching limits where I can't add many more layers, but I'm doing my best. May hear me stop and warm my hands at times. For those who followed the last video, I have mentioned to the young woman I was speaking with, I shouldn't say girl my age, or just say woman at this point, not young, but 430s are young, maybe. I'll say young. Anyways, but, well, no, that gives the wrong impression. But anyways, the one I was speaking with, mentioned I have long COVID. Said she didn't care. We'll see if that turns out to be true. Some people will say something like that and then just disappear. But I have my hopes up. I mean, not that she didn't care, but that it wasn't like a deal breaker. Wasn't gonna put her own needs ahead of people she tries to date in terms of their career, which is a rare find if that's really what she believes. Some people say what they would like to believe but act differently, but I have my hopes up for this person, so I thought this person seemed
These elven eyes have seen much suffering. Who needs saving?
kinder than usual, and yeah, hopefully that's true. Anyways, let's get going.
The elements do my bidding.
Special. I don't know. This person seems special. Let's try and take down the smuggler. Slide to
Hey, watch the vest.
try where possible to thin enemy numbers early.
Oh, that's no fair.
Down one solo.
My wrath undoes the wicked.
Han Solo, so. Interesting, he carries 2 pistols. Solo ever carried one, I believe, but whatever. He'll turn to shoot Hrothgar, and then that'll expose his back to Ulrich. I'll do Divine Fervor. Won't make a speed in the smugglers, but it will get the heck out of dodge. Yep, he rolled well on mobility.
Gotcha. Don't mess with the hair. Don't mess with the hair. Hey, watch the vest.
I'm worried about this extinguisher, but oh, guess the best he can do is can't turn his back on the smuggler. Shoot. Well, this one's a very cheap shot. The back part of the smugglers actually. Yeah, well.
These elven eyes have seen much
At least he might have gotten
suffering.
extra zeal strike out of that. Tactical flux bow is still on cooldown, so that was the best he could do in terms of output damage.
I do not seek glory.
Anyway, he's got terrible bat defense, and now his back is turned. So, always strike to the back.
You little.
Yeah,
Hey, watch the vest. This isn't looking good.
I'm a bit of a trickster myself. Fortunately, it wasn't enough.
I never dump cargo. Hey, try to keep up. Not getting shot in the front's any better.
Shoot.
Faster than the speed of law.
I forget sometimes that Daniel's
Go get it. You're
on his
not gonna
back.
like this.
Could have had the Ottoman face that way. We still would have gone back shot either way. Should have had him stand against the wall. Not expose his back. That was a smart move. Wanted to deal with the dragons. Now I can't, and that's gonna really hurt me. Guess I'll try and keep the cleric alive.
My poison of choice? Sugar.
Had these guys form a wall until the Brock and Jane could get their shields up. Well, Brock did, but for Jane. Spirit. This, extinguisher. Angry one. Does that fire before she can... Darn it. It does. Shoot. Darn it. Darn it, darn it. Making a lot of mistakes.
This isn't looking good.
You should have expected this Inquisition.
It's a joke on the meme. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition, of course. It's physical, bad defense. Hmm. Hmm.
Here is your affirmation. In good faith. This ability only works on enemies. You look like you'd burn well.
I should, in theory, kill him. Except he doesn't have the AP to use it. At least know where he's turning back to him. I'm worried about the dragon hitting everyone around here.
Get your lies out now while you still can.
Alright, well, mistakes made, but I should still be able to win this. Fear and the smuggler, not really necessary. I think he refreshes his AP at the start of his turn, so he should fire Atonement, I think. I could be wrong. Fire it off. Set this up. Get hard for enemies to get.
Your era is at an end. Feel the weight of mine. There's a storm on the horizon.
Can't the dragons... Could have wing buffeted, I guess. Stun people. Well. I did give James a fireball ability. The Sage Bears can now do arcing power and well, not only in their turn. Smuggler die in his turn. Next Inquisitor. Which is way off there. Summon a Phoenix, I think.
This will aid you. I still have faith in man. wrath undoes the wicked.
He's in rough shape. Let's start working on these dragons, I guess. Maybe I shield.
A divine fate.
Since he's in
Go back to the shadow.
there's Zeal Strikes. Nice.
Redemption is at hand. I walk through the valley.
Oh, you didn't siphon anything. Oh well. Well. This will cluster up here.
My
Her
path is
smuggler.
righteous.
I shoot first.
Yeah, that does give him a little AP. And health.
The darkness will not rise.
So far, I've lost just the Ottoman, so it's not worth resurrecting yet. Oh no, this only revives one character. That thing is ridiculously tough. Alright, here we go.
Eternal dawn, light the way.
Try and keep the
Eternal
Ottoman
dawn, I call upon your
on
light.
its feet. It's quite vulnerable.
Never turn your face from the cold.
Well,
What
stunned.
the heck is a Pazak? That's
Cleric can't get to him.
Hey,
Now,
watch
the Pazak
the
is
vest.
a
This
reference
game is
to
rigged.
KOTOR. There's a card against Pazak. So,
Let's make
what
this
the
quick.
heck is a Pazak? It's a reference to Knights of the Old Republic, the computer game. Time for a treant.
Know any good recipes?
Okay. Doesn't do any good to remove the buff there. I guess I could do Angry Corn. Yeah. I should probably just try it on the dragon.
Make room! At least you're not a circus peanut!
No, not a circus peanut, just a freaking candy corn. starting to turn into soup. Heh. Hmm.
Which way?
I'm sure that thing sticks around.
Tuesday.
And this. Right, a little extra AP for my party. Get further from the extinguisher. Oh, yeah. Oops. Well, it does drain the dragon's AP. Regardless. Saying oops far too often. That is making too many mistakes. I mean, I'm less alert when I'm this cold, so there's a reason for it. Dragon's not weak to fire, but its candy corn form is. Nice. Really lucky I'll get through the sage this way. Bit of damage reflect there. Nope. Oh well. Current Flame's the Ottoman. Someone needs the health. I don't want anything targeting. Get the Phoenix out of the way.
The righteous have nothing to fear.
It's worth noting it's a greater Ember Steps, so. We jump over people. Still provides some useful guardian flames. Some people though do revives.
The truth
Fireball.
has its benefits.
With some spirit damage. That sounds nice. That dragon might be flame breathing again. I don't know.
The truth is solitary.
Just get him over there. Out the way of most things. Fortunately, that damage reflect. Sent a lot of sage bearers though. Hmm. I can taunt the sage. Resisted. Darn.
Your era is at an end. For the consort, I am the author of your demise.
There goes the Phoenix.
Put your faith in the light.
Not the train.
Feel the weight of my apathy. Feel the force of the
Oh, no.
cosmos.
Taste is not affected by the black hole.
Long have I watched man.
Of course, that's the origin. I don't know if you can be pulled towards it. Probably shouldn't risk it.
I move with the wind.
I made this, it disappears.
At last, a novel experience.
Nice. And the spirit damage really helped because Inquisitor is very weak to. Extinguisher is very weak to spirit damage. Haste on the Ottoman.
I tread the path, me, I wield the elements in your favor.
Not too worried about dragon hitting James, so
My wrath undoes the
he's
wicked.
strong against fire.
I bring the
Might
flame.
even kill it with zeal strikes here.
Here. Here.
Especially when he gets the greater zeal strikes, which is actually more AP.
Here. Here.
Nice. Put some of his greater zeal strikes on cooldown. Did a bit of damage. Trying to block whelp sights, I guess, so.
My path is righteous.
I'm not used to all this darkness.
Dragon can't lay as many eggs. Trans weak against fire. Ottomans. She can only heal summons though.
I sentence you to more life.
I do remember I forgot to increase the emphasis on speed with this.
Time
Wow.
for some explosive action.
Or did I just not increase it enough? Anyways. Should provide more speed.
will fear no evil.
Brock has some extra absorb from Mountain Guard and his Treant summon. So there's no need to give him. Just give him Earth Power for now.
I give you my heart. Stay close.
Don't know if you can hear me warm my fingers or if the noise cancer moves it, but I'm bowling on. It's kind of near the mic, so I apologize.
The light will guide me.
I'll have you, my pretty.
She manages to turn this to an angry corn.
I'm all out of corny pens.
Oh, nice. Nice. This thing now has negative healing received, so I don't want to give Howling Curse to the dragon.
Yazozo.
Ottoman's up next. Oh, can it reach? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, I can reach the dragon. So this is all about to be over. I guess this will be beneficial then.
Nothing like a pair of candy corn and razor blades. This broom ain't for sweeping.
Nice. And victory is mine.
It was unwise to stand against her. There is a rich lore to this item.
Nice.
Sometimes greed is a necessary evil.
Upgrade to James Robes.
A boon to our cause.
Upgrade to Orc's Holy Symbol.
I humbly accept
sword.
this gift.
Plus 1 quality level there. And a dragon egg. Could give this to James. It's occasionally got use. Give him some focus, which would help with this fireball he picked up. Doesn't have the focus do much with it yet. Focus, elemental power. Don't have as much debuff to loses a little mobility, some aim. Haste, that's not great in firepower. There's 3 abilities from equipment. He always starts with 3 and characters can pick up 2, I think. Over time he's already picked up a fireball that way. Sometimes he gets 1 more from Jane. Yeah, you should be able to do this. Do it for the focus. You know, the game thinks it's not an upgrade. Higher quality level will help. Let's see. I can double check. Fireball 176 to 293. 242 to 403. Of course, it's a master plus 50%
Legendary.
Phoenix. Master plus 55, so 512 to 1064 damage. Yeah, it's worth it. The whelps make good meat shields too.
That's simply precious.
I replace if I get a molten gem that's like plus 5 though. Alright, hold on a sec. Alright, and back. I apologize for the wait. Thankfully the recording, I can't leave pause too long. The RAM loses the recording on OBS. It seems to always stay about 15 minutes, but it wasn't that much. The family member I'm staying with did feel more generous today. They not shout at my name during a stream or something and decided to start a fire to keep things warmer in the fireplace. I have to go get this stream done and go mind that fire though, because someone's got to of course be there just in case anything goes wrong, like a log rolls out the wrong way or something and starts sending out sparks, and they have to go to work soonish. I don't think this person thought of that they were possibly imposing on my streaming, but the house is very cold and it's probably necessary. Of course I had asked this person to pick up wood a couple days ago, and then they forgot for a day, and then they got it. Of course, I was the one paying for it. Paying for the wood, like literally.
Oh wait, is that loot?
Don't have much money, so that sucks, but this family member is terrible with money, and so is constantly short of it.
This will aid our quest.
I mean, that's why the heat's not been fixed in the first place, is because of money. Cheap shot when an enemy turns their back. It's got decent base damage. Someone who's strong with light. It's a little bit weird on someone who doesn't have a pistol. Though maybe at some point I'll switch Orc's Holy Shield out for a pistol at higher ascension levels. Self-heal revives like this become not great. They won't nearly keep up with the enemy damage, so eventually a sword and a shield instead of a sword and a gun instead of a sword and shield.
A boon to our cause.
I think some of you have seen me do that. No, did I do that in the Run1 campaign? I'm not sure I did, but I did it in a Halloween campaign before with him. Of course, equipment degradation was on, so it's probably because the swords were wearing out and I got a high quality gun for him.
Knowledge is power. That's not bad either.
Phoenix.
I humbly accept this gift.
Cool. And the final extra level. Location. Oh goodness. Post-apocalyptic mix. Oh, these fights are really tough. I'm gonna have to rush through this because of the fire. Ugh. Worst comes to worst, I suppose I can end the stream, leave the game running,
Darkness will not rise.
mind the fire till the fire it winds down, then come back here and finish this. Certain levels tend to have tougher enemies for a difficulty level. The Japanese and the post-apocalyptic ones I found out by far the hardest at high levels. A lot of the Japanese skills and characters are really well designed. They're fierce warriors, I guess. More like there was clearly a dev who was Japanese and put more thought into it, or it was a nod to like all the Japanese like anime and storytelling RPGs that have existed over the many decades. I'm not sure why, but and then the post-apocalypse, you get enemies with very high armor pen, because I guess it's thematic.
This ain't just rugby gear, mate.
Oh yeah, you can also
My
get
little
demons that
shop is
spawn
yours.
on the post-apocalyptic level. It's unclear what caused it. So there's Wrath and Envy, which are both demons. All demons have damage or reflect. Weakness to light, but nasty amount of damage or reflect. Fiendish fire defense, which makes the fire mage mostly useless. And this one can steal buff potency. My shields make him very tough, as well as health. Steal power. Envy is nasty, and since some of my abilities require a certain power level to use, like Holy Strike can potentially. Oh, but he'd have to have power below the targets, and he's got actually 197 power, so he won't actually use drain power, thankfully. Might drain speed, however. No, actually not that speed. Stats are so good he won't drain either. Just vitality, which makes heals hurt. Still a nasty little thing. Really subvert strategies. During Mag is one of those enemies with very high armor pen I talked about. Can just murder party members. Thankfully slow as heck. Dracosaur, really? It's got a bit of armor pen. It's fast moving. Oh, can cause fear if it does damage. Okay, not to be ignored. This power level, it starts to actually be good. Most Dracosaurs I've fought, not very good. This one, always start to really get to be able to get through the shield. And Wrath. This is the least dangerous enemy, and it's still quite dangerous. Very high damage output, even though there's no armor pen, and of course, Reflect. Well, some of them are much slower now, so my best strategy is to let them come to me.
We are pilgrims in an unholy
So they
land.
split up, and I can deal with the fast ones first, i.e., that would be Wrath, Envy, and the Dracosaur. Well, the Drain Mags lag behind. The Dracosaur will be not kind of stuck, so it'll actually be Wrath and then Envy eventually. Wrath first. Alright, that's a decent combo. All this junk slows them down a little. Have to curve around it. Oh, actually there's a fairly direct path this way. Alright, I'll pause it. No, I don't have much time. See you folks when things are closer done. And back, I decided to get this going. Actually deploy a kind of strike team far forward.
No evil.
Try and thin enemy numbers a little. I expect these three to all die and I'll have to resurrect them. But there wasn't a lot of room to put people way back here, which is a little further forward because that can spit infinite summons, so it will spit summon, fall back, spit summon, fall back kind of thing. So that the summons actually weaken enemies further. This is going to be one of the harder fights. This Dirty Mag could very well annihilate Hrothgar when he moves in the range, so let's
Stay
see how this
close.
goes.
My faith will not falter. My shield defends the helpless.
He just barely survived that. Just barely. Fun. He doesn't have enough health left for Wrath, so he's gonna have to go right for Dirty Mag here. Not gonna kill him either. Just gonna injure him. I don't think they have any heals though. So there's that at least.
My path is righteous.
Fun. He would have died if he did Wrath.
Never turn your face from the cold.
At least make them use an ability to take him out. Hmm.
Put your faith in the light.
Alright, this wasn't the best thought out. Since I don't think Ulrich can get close enough to... Nope. On the other hand... And we might be able to reach him with Drain Life from here, but can't kill him. Thought I might need him to soak up one of those reactions. Let him fall back one tile since he can.
I bring the flame.
Ever
Next
is the magic
turn,
of man.
hopefully you can do something. This lasts 4 turns.
Let's risk a little magic.
Time for some explosive action.
So buff will still be active when they close. Shield also lasts 4 turns. Absorb for him, guard for him.
The darkness will
Or
not
absorb for
rise.
Brock, guard for James. Because to the reverse order, I'm a little tired. Well, more than a little. Cold makes me get tired quicker. Plus extra max health and defense for 4 turns. Let's make the wall more of a wall.
Eternal dawn, light the way.
Get that on cooldown.
My poison of choice, sugar.
Should be able to use it one more time, maybe, before it's... I mean, start really doing damage, if I'm lucky. This is annoying me. Let's get rid of it. Make a soup out of that traffic meter. No one likes traffic meters. Not one bit. Who would I possibly give a Howling Curse to? Oh, the Quizzer, of course. Wanted to be next.
Make room. Get into the spirit of things.
Can be used to give James AP. Cool. Okay, here's the Ottoman to... Nice power. Doesn't typed powers don't count. Yeah, I could probably take down Envy. It's one of the nastier enemies. Not gonna be able to deal Wrath any damage. Sounds like a whining dog and a goat. Moosel milk. Right. Oh, Dracosaurus fast as heck. Although I think if he goes here, he'll get... Yeah, he'll get attacked by Spradiation. Is that damage reflect? I'm just gonna use 4th gear on the Wrath. Oof. Shoot. Never mind that. Well, at least it took down one enemy. Guess I couldn't have... I mean... Could have taken that Wrath, but Envy was more dangerous. The Dracosaur will unfortunately be a problem, but... slow enemies down. Yeah, this will work. So this will be a good place to summon their skeleton from. He has a long line of sight approaching enemies from there.
Only the darkness should fear the light.
Buff for 2 turns. Just 2. It's still AP over time. Yeah, I'll do it.
Where the spirit pulls, the body follows.
And there goes Hrothgar.
Will not die. Our cause is true.
Fortunately, I'll waste that. Oh, he didn't quite die. Waste another enemy attack.
My soul is prepared.
It was gonna be close. I think he rolled high on that heal though.
Be at peace.
Cheap shot.
More magazines than a news. Time to hit the friggin' toe. Have a go, you mug. Flat out like a lizard drinking.
I will fear no evil.
Coughed a little onto fleece. This is the one I wear outside, so it does get all sorts of exhaust and garbage on it. Because, you know, cars are a menace on our society. Spewing their exhaust everywhere, and it gets all over urban environments. So whenever I go anywhere in the city, this fleece is worn inside. I don't like doing that because the exhaust particles are carcinogenic. I don't wash it enough, and I'm not even sure they all come off when I do. Go many places thanks to my long COVID, but I'm not sure if I've washed this since the last time we were. Very low energy means I sometimes let things like this slide. I shouldn't. Even knowing it's dumb or dangerous to, you know, not wash off of that exhaust. Well, I was thinking snack attack all works, so he's just gonna have to focus on Wrath. Light works well. These things.
Give it away.
I give you my heart. Warm your hands by the fire.
Thankfully, he's super durable.
Our cause is
Really? Had to fire that twice in the same turn? That's not good. Oh well. There's a chance that wouldn't happen. Should figure with such high haste it would anyways. So he's got one more use of Divine Shield at least. This is more damage and doesn't hurt him directly. Damage reflect means he might die after this attack. So takes on Wrath. Worth it?
a divine favor.
Plus he has one more use of Divine Shield actually. If he tries to move, this thing will eat him. So he's gotta stay still.
The elements do my bidding.
It can't see you if you're still. Was it? They had that in some Jurassic Park, and of course that's nonsense because, well, T-Rexes don't have great eyesight. Sorry. You must have heard that. I can't imagine noise cancer move that. Well, T-Rexes didn't have great eyesight. That was overblown, and they changed that in later movies so that they had better eyesight. And they also had great smell, as is pointed out, where they just smell for food. When they try and... It didn't work that well in the movies.
Faith in man.
Do you weigh more than a duck?
extra AP for the Phoenix. Nice. This has multiple uses. It's got for 6 turns, so you can give it to James later. If it's on cooldown, you can move here for that.
All right, it's my turn now.
Oh, you know, I could have revived Hrothgar and the Ottoman. Maybe. Should probably use the Phoenix thing. Gift of the Phoenix. Well. Mistakes made. Start with power. That will make this tougher. High chance of it being legendary instead of Dreadwood Treant. That's the legendary version. I think that's I had it get magical fruit at that rank. So cool.
Who needs saving?
This is a version of In Season, but improved. It's gated behind power levels. I should increase that power threshold. 48 should probably be 54 or greater. So that's what I get from my get 55 for my charm now. I think they made this earlier, but anyways, it heals and provides absorb to the treant. Speed and healing over time to Brock, which will protect him against damage over time a little bit.
Double, toil and trouble.
Since this outright kill him, wounds him, and then heal right back up. Right. Oh. Guess I'll have her make more soup. Because if you used 8 APN abilities, she can drain youth if something kills her. There's 2 dirty mags and a Dracosaur left. She's probably fine here for now. Which is very thematic. It gives you reasons to brew stuff up so that if you do so. Let's see if I can't make the Dracosaur run away. She can drain youth. At lower ranks, especially, where she has less speed. It's particularly useful. Skeleton close enough, you can't suffer snack attack. Oof, of course it triggered that. Should Black Randall itself for sure. And yeah, I managed to fear that. If I can make it so it dies too. Feared for 2 turns, kills in 3. Hopefully the witch doesn't die. Dirty Mag's the greatest threat to him. Oop.
Oh, good and rooted now.
Hmm. Snack attack hasn't been used up, so don't want to go there. Oh, this guy's a lot of this radiation stuff. Hmm. What's the range on 4? It might get hit by no, it can't. There's none left. Give this thing greater ember spit partly so it could move further, despite its mobility not being amazing. It's a little got up to 146. The rank specific upgrade, if I remember. Yeah, but still not amazing. Let's see, even if this guy moved 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's only this one I have to worry about. Reach him. If it moves back. Which means I'll just Ember step behind cover here.
You should have expected this inquisition.
Extra AP to James, I guess. Yeah. Or to the treant. Yeah, to the treant.
The truth has its benefits.
Nope. What? I was trying to hit and turn. Throwing some bees, I guess. These are just annoying to the enemy. Do almost nothing. Just sting them, do minor damage, but the enemy does have to swat them. And that's valuable. This one. Can sit here and no, because the others can move forward. Let's get closer. Block angles of approach. Also use as mobile cover. Well, things like this have their uses. So I'll just move up a tile. Paired to Papa and Sting as need be. I'll provide cover for the Dread Retreat.
Best defense is heaps of offense.
My little shark biscuits.
Yeah!
Get that death rattle. Yep. Get the Dreadnought with him.
I do not seek glory.
See how the train can summon these weak little bees. They're nothing but an annoyance. And kind of meat shield. But the train itself is a meat shield, so it's just doubling down on the force enemies to spend all their movement going around dealing with summons instead of my main damage dealers. Tanking, basically. That's what this is about. Oh yeah, he picked up the ability to do a resurrect. That's not gonna do the trick though. Let's see. If he rolls well on this, he might be able to. Total shielding. It's around 2100. His radiation is 1419. Very 200 almost damage you could take. This is 26. He did not roll well enough. If he approaches, he'll die. He can get to the Dracosaur though. Snack attack won't kill him.
Stay close.
Oop. Shoot. Darn it. Forgot that angle.
A divine favor.
Huh, he actually did survive that. So that's 260 something. This is a little better. Working that Dracosaur because it's fast. You can get to my other characters. Maybe you can cheap shot the dirty mag. I'm lucky. Come here.
Time for some explosive action.
Okie dokie. Time for another Trant. This one, tougher. Oh, about the same as the last actually. 2290 power. Oh no, it is. It's this one's stronger than the last.
There's a storm on the horizon.
next time.
Still have faith in man.
I will know if you are fibbing.
I wield the elements in your favor.
East on the Phoenix. And time for some whelps.
A wizard is never late.
I'm not used to all this darkness.
Basically, I'm throwing tons of summons to the enemies to weaken them. I should bring back Hrothgar. Enemy's getting close.
Eternal Dawn, I call upon your light.
I do not seek glory.
No treat comes without a trick.
Give a second iteration of this.
Thank the lizard, it's Booze Day.
He's thinking out double trick or treat. Useful. Get her out of the way. Hrothgar. So cooldown. Ooh, time to fear a dirty mag. Then I'll turn his back, and then Orc can sheep shot him maybe. Only takes 1 AP. Doom him if I can, like the Dracosaur's doomed. And a skeleton. I want to get this thing out. So leech out of dodge just in case. Just come after him. Holograms in case they catch up with him anyhow. Well, if they're feared, what do I have to worry about? Well, the Dracosaur's fear will wear off eventually. Yeah, I didn't need to use Black Brambles though this turn. Oh well. Mag is by far the greater threat here.
This is hard yakka.
If I'm lucky, I'll kill him.
Bulldust. At least I never said crikey.
Nice. Heal up. Why not? Pretty sure this Dracosaur is good as dead now. I don't know if we can. Let's see. Fear. That does that prevent enemies from using reactives? Cannot activate abilities. Oh, okay. Oops. Fortunately, this thing is strong, phenomenal against fire, but fear wears off in just a turn. Heal up while I can. Get away from the Dracosaur, because there'll be a turn where it can attack after
Only the
fear wears off.
darkness should fear the light.
Although it's afraid of the Lich, huh? Lich is already more than 10 tiles from him now. Oh, it can move. As long as it stays 10 tiles away from him, it just can't activate bellies. Doesn't have
The
much
truth
AP.
has its benefits.
So Behemoth's the treant. Maybe it's angry about forests being cut down. I don't know.
I am no missionary.
Annoying sting to the Dracosaur. Alright, it doesn't have snack attack left. Could have cleared this if I wanted to let someone get in there. Like the train itself. Oh, okay, this train first though.
I will know if you are fibbing.
Guess I'll summon what I can in terms of more bees. I'll help reach the Dracosaur and clear the way. Might even sting it. Maybe. And avenues of movement. Bees is a sort of not quite crowd control, but something. Cool. Taunted, damaged. Now it can't attack anything with this one treant. Might even get a couple more bees to annoy it. One more. Can't attack the bee, can't raise the treant. This is perfect. Fear wear off, and then I'll die of doom.
We are pilgrims in an unholy land. I give you my heart. I walk through the valley. Here!
That's just slightly more, actually. It's the not being weak to fire a bit.
I do not seek glory.
Alright.
Put your faith in the light.
Is it P? 'Cause Inquisitor can restore his AP.
Be at peace. Your faith is weak. Stay close.
Do you weigh more than a duck?
And heal him, too.
Here is your affirmation.
So once this thing's taunted, it can't. I guess it could try and work its way through the terrain, though.
The light will guide me.
Shield the treant just in case.
Warm your hands by the fire, friend. Our cause is true. I walk through the valley.
Start cutting through there.
Let's make this quick.
Start getting closer.
You want me to pull a rabbit out of Frank?
One well?
Where is my hat?
Really? What are the odds? It's 2.5 on average. Guess it happens.
The darkness will not rise.
Time to bring back the Automan.
Come with me if you want to live. I sentence you to more life. I'll have you, my pretty.
This is probably more useful restoring AP to James than anything else.
Nothing like a pair of candy corn and razor blades.
Kill it, but it's doing some damage at least. have sufficient defense to give guarding flames. Which makes some sense. Fire energy.
The righteous have nothing to fear. The truth is solitary. Repent, heathen! In good faith. Fear and surprise are my chief weapons.
So why is a turn left as well? I can bother moving it then. Ooh, 100% kill. Guess it's more effective than I thought. Don't have to wait for kill to kill it and worry about it
I will
when the
pray for your
summons
soul.
despawn it reaching the thing it's taunted it.
Indulge me.
Cool. Extra aim will
Let's
help
honor the dead by putting their gear to use.
in the situations where she needs to use Holy Wrath. Actually, her ability gets more effective due to the extra
So
aim.
this is the fat loot everyone was telling me about. Been looking for this.
Ability to give point invention very low odds. Not actually a good thing for him. Cool.
Until the break of dawn.
I'll keep it safe. Could use a new staff to lean upon.
Good thing I upgraded focus before.
An instrument for justice.
I want the defense. To him help against fire damage getting inflicted, but also
Allow me.
don't want James to die too easily. And here we go. Now I'm done with the training fights. Start at the bottom for 1. And the 4 equal to your charm level. 18. Again, 4 is still easier in your charm level. 15. Yeah, let's go for the hard start, I guess. Trying to ramp up the difficulty quick. Ah, Ascension 45. Okay, yeah, this is not terrible. What was it before? 44. Next level stands before you. It'll just keep getting harder. I'm trying to reach 430, so I still have to do 12 fours. Yeah. That will take a bit. But, made it this far. An hour and 32, so I almost have to cut this video in 2. But I won't. I'll just... I've already got a huge buffer. And cutting videos is a huge pain with Microsoft Clipchamp. If you're watching this, though, and you know of a better program, viewers, please recommend it to me. I wish you all the best. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. May always find guidance to our lead you home. Until next time, adieu and best luck to you all.